At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Visitor sideline, Washington head coach Dan Quinn. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys know a home playoff game is in their future. They have clinched the division and look to be a real force in the AFC. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Love now. And he fires one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
Working out of the gun. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 45.
And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, Morris. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he's down to the 11.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Up the middle they go. It's Norris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. To throw is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaden Daniels, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Never have to understand where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 73 yards. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Throwing, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call...
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Love. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Love. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. Here's 3rd and 10.
A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd down and 10.
To throw now. Here's Love. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
16 yards. And the Commanders first down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Daniels looking to throw. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Love. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Commanders first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Commanders first down.
On play action. Love to throw. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Commanders.
They go bootleg. Love. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Complete to
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
Love looking to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 2nd and 12, Love. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Washington, first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
First and goal, Washington.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Second and goal at the Steelers' 4-yard line.
He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders, 14.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Norris. Has some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
For a Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. That's into the hands of Tolbert. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Daniels. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Now Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Norris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you know the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First and 10.
Love now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
He was covered by Patrick.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Traylon Burks, 56 yards. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. A short one there to Freiermuth. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Daniels is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap.
especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is Week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. And it's C.J. Stroud, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Texans hang on, they win it 28-21. From there, we check out another big late season game, playoff implications here. And this is the Bears quarterback. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. This one's gone to the half, all tied, low-scoring affair here in the regular season. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this is DJ Giddens. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Colts with the lead at the half. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
To throw is Daniels. It's caught. Tolbert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing now is Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play in this 3rd quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides, sir. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
41 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers.
Play action, now it's Daniels. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Gain on the play. Leads to second.
And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Daniels. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. In motion goes the tight end. Daniels looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Norris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Norris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Got him in. It's Brown.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw now. Here's Love. Throw left side, complete. That's more. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Love. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Love will sneak it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Love. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
They run the option on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And shutting him off, now open field. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cade Otton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaden Daniels punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. That pass taken in by Burks. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. He's got McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. He'll try to pick it up himself.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Love looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Commanders first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The throw out line going to be incomplete. Now Love. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch.